6:30 in the morning. We are driving to LA to film our Amazing Race application. I'm driving. As you can see, the sun is slowly starting to rise.
Hi, my name is Sclar.
I'm Blake Martini.
And we are playing for the Amazing Race.
It's like you're yelling it.
Tone it down.
I'm just trying to make sure that this sounds good.
It's like you're talking to your grandma.
Me and Blake have been friends since 4th grade. We had the same elementary school teachers, went to middle school together, went to the same high school, and we had a very similar upbringing. We're both Eagle Scouts, both kind of into the same stuff, outdoorsy stuff, you know, similar views on life growing up.
You tell where we're from?
No, I didn't tell where we were from. Is that important?
We're from Lafayette, California, near San Francisco. We grew up together, but we went to different schools. I went to a private school, he went to a public school. And in school, we kind of did different things, kind of took different paths in life. I studied abroad in Italy.
I studied abroad in Ghana.
So while I was sipping Chianti in Tuscany, he was brushing his teeth with a stick in Africa. You know, I graduated, I'm a finance guy. As you see, I'm wearing my suit. I'm working in the corporate world in San Francisco right now. Where's Ryan's?
Right, well actually my main objective in life right now is to avoid the corporate world as long as possible. Hopefully forever. So I've never actually really had a real job. I've just kind of done all these like self-employed things. I'm a self-employed tutor. I worked as a taste tester for Jack in the Box. I like to go travel around, and I've worked on some organic farms in parts of Central and South America. So I'm kind of, you know, wandering around and just trying to have some fun in life.
So he's kind of the hippie, I'm the corporate guy. Why are we applying to this race together? Well, I graduated college in June. He's still in school right now, but he planned this trip out to bike across the United States.
Yeah, I went from San Diego, ended up in New York, and so I put a big thing out, you know, emailed it to all my friends, sent them Facebook messages. Anybody want to come with me? And this guy was the only guy who said he wanted to come. So
I did not know what I was getting myself into.
No, neither did I.
I did not expect to make it this far.
I don't think you're gonna make it this far either. I'll give you like I was in my mind like first 2 or 3 days. I'm like, all right, Blake, you got like a 50% chance of making it. Let's see what happens. But man, you persevered.
That's what endurance does to you. Back home, I'm a sailor. I like to go out on sailboats. It's actually a perfect day for it in November here. But I sail in San Francisco. Grew up doing that. My outdoor activity would I like to go backpacking, bag some peaks, you know, stuff like that, but in four-wheeling. So, overlying theme here is we like to get outside.
The overlying theme? I guess. I don't know. So Blake, what did you learn from the trip?
I learned that if you try and pass Ryan on a bike, he'll do everything humanly possible to pass you back.
That's true. I have to admit, we did have a little bit of a, I guess I should say, I had a little bit of a supremacy thing going where, you know, I started the trip, he kind of joined me a couple days later, and I didn't want to be passed. You know, I was the guy there that was, you know, in charge of the trip. So I think that might kind of manifest itself through, you know, the Amazing Race if we're on the show. I think we both kind of have an alpha male perspective on life, just a little bit.
We both have our own little set egos and, you know, pride points. So I think over the bike trip we found how to break each one of them and test them. The whole point of us applying for this race, we both grew up in the same town, had the same influences, but we went to separate schools, took different paths in life. Graduated from college, we came back, did this bike trip together. Now we're both splitting off again. But at the same time, the thing that brings us back together is a sense of adventure and trying something new, which is why I'm applying for this show. Because I learned on that bike trip that most people never live their lives and just have a mundane lifestyle. That's why I'm here doing this and applying to be on this show. Is I want to live my life to the fullest every day. Plus, we think we're going to be better than everyone else in this show anyway. So
I think we know we're going to be better. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we see these shows and we see some of the participants and they just do these stupid things that we would never do. We wouldn't even come close to doing something as idiotic as, you know, putting you know, gasoline in a diesel tank in a car, or going on the show and getting in a car and realizing that you don't know how to drive a stick. I mean, these are just like practical life skills, which I feel like a lot of the people really don't have and possess on the show that just wouldn't be a problem for us. I think we would actually do quite well.
We got the skills to pay the bills, let's be honest here.
Absolutely.
We're ready